Oh, good morning, everyone. How's everyone's morning going? My morning's going pretty good. I just woke up, had breakfast, decided what to do today. Um, so I did not do my review on Thursday night. I went and saw Spider-Man instead, and I'll say this first and foremost: go fucking see it. If you loved 1, 2, and 3, 1 and 2. And 1, 2 of the last Spider-Mans of the last decade, you will fucking love it, and I fucking enjoyed it, and it was one of the great birthday gifts of all time. So much fun. I am planning on seeing it again. So I did not see Impact Wrestling on Thursday night. I didn't see it until Friday night, and I wrote the notes down last night. So I am going to do the review of what happened on Thursday. Let's see. All right, let's see. Interesting notes first. I saw BTI as well. Fun stuff. I don't really like how they do the playback stuff. If it was my opinion, I would choose a random pay-per-view replay. Just something out of the ordinary of the full match. Then do the fun little dialogue Gia and Josh does, and then the social media playback, the Iceman intel, and then the exclusive match. I'm pretty sure we don't need to watch the same thing that we watched last week, even though it's fun to see a replay and everything else, but that kind of defeats the purpose if you've already seen it. Anyways, but besides the point, there was a fun thing on Iceman Intel, that Roxy will challenge Deonna Purrazzo will challenge Roxy for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship on an Impact broadcast. There was no hint or tease that it would be on a pay-per-view. It would be on a special, or actually on the Impact broadcast. So whatever happens, it will happen in the Impact zone. So whatever happens with the match at Hard to Kill with her and Mickey, the match is still happening, whether it's a winner takes all or whether it's just for the championship. But it is happening. It will happen if nothing gets postponed, which there's a highly unlikely that it might happen. Then the number one social media thing was the Knockouts Ultimate X match, listing all the competitors that will be in the match. So that was fun. Anyways, but that's enough of the BTI and the throwback and the other stuff. Kicking off the night with Rohit Raju versus Josh Alexander. What an awesome match. Josh fought through the pain. He came out wearing his single leotard singlet. There it is, singlet. And he had bandaged ribs under the sternum. I think that's what it's called. So for the first, I want to say 3 minutes of the match, Rohit didn't notice it until he did the test for strength, and he finally saw Josh Alexander hesitate. So throughout the whole entire match, Rohit put the technical side in his arsenal and went straight for the ribs at any angle, at any opportunity, and at any given time. But out of all that, Josh Alexander powered through, endured the pain, and got the victory. So that was pretty cool. Up next, the odd pairing of Joe Doring and Luke Gallows versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack. I'll be honest, I didn't understand half of this shit. I didn't understand the whole one random match. There was a thing before it happened where Violence by Design was side by side with the Good Brothers, being interviewed by GM Miller. I didn't grasp anything, but basically there is an alliance between VBD and the Good Brothers, but they do not trust each other. But they are powerful enough as a duo to make an impact on Rich Swann and Willie Mack, and they thought that would be suffice. But it was a good match. Shockingly, Luke Gallows and Joe Dorian worked well with the team. They were brutal. They were beastly. They were great. Rich and Willie Mack really barely got any offense in, so it proved it. And then after the match, VBD and Luke Gallows, or Doc Gallows, my bad. Doc Gallows put the mayhem on Heath and Rhino and Rich and Willie Mack. So much that it was 5 against 4, and Eddie Edwards came down chasing to the ring, swinging Kenny. So I don't know what's happening, but it's highly likely there's going to be a 5-on-5 match, either at Hard to Kill or on Impact. I hope it's an elimination match because those ones are fun. Those ones could be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, very heated and focused. And then we head back to Jonah, where he's in this little dark light lit studio room, making him look like an absolute monster. He said he did a whole prison story that was pretty interesting to me. He said, let me see if I can put this right. It was a relative of his that got sent to prison. The first day he went to go get lunch from the cafeteria, he was knocked down by the biggest person in the prison. And instead of fighting back or any hesitation of not getting up, he instantly got up, and the security guards asked what happened. And his father said, "I slipped." So apparently in that instance, he gained the whole respect out of the whole prison. And I don't really know how that works in society. I mean, if I was me, I would probably gain more respect fighting back against the biggest guy. I don't know if getting back up like nothing happened was something else. I don't know. It depends on the person to me, but I think fighting back would have earned more respect. But that's his history, not mine. So basically he said, I did the same thing to Josh Alexander, and he didn't get back up. So he didn't get his respect. So he says, I'm gonna beat you to respect me at Hard to Kill. You may be the walking weapon, but I am mass destruction. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It was a pretty interesting story to go back to his life. I don't know if it's actually true. I don't know if it was part of the promo, but pretty interesting to see more of that. Up next is an X Division Championship match: John Skyler versus Trey Miguel. Another very fun match, but I felt like it was a throwaway. It really showcased Trey Miguel more than John Skyler. But after the match, he was celebrating on the ramp. Trey Miguel obviously won. And he got blindsided by Steve Maclin. Then he assaults Trey a few times on the ramp when he's being taken down, and grabs the X Division Championship, loads it up, and knocks Trey Miguel out through the skull. Trey is knocked unconscious, and Trey Miguel picks up the Impact X Division Championship, and he grabs, I think it was by the hand or by the foot, and he drags Trey Miguel to the back. And apparently there was a commercial break because I saw on YouTube it went to a black screen and then it went back to the show. So apparently there was a commercial break, so people had to wait about maybe 4 or 5 minutes and then find out what happened. So then we go back from commercial break and we return with a blindfolded and gagged Trey Miguel. And it was basically, You know, in military movies where they abduct a hostage and they bandage them up and threaten them. Um, so basically, he was tied up. He was woken up with a splash of water, so technically, it was kind of waterboarding. Um, but basically, there was no torture involved. He just basically said the threat. And Maclin said, "You think a no can stop me? You think I won't face you hard to kill? You think the boss can stop me?" And then he says, "Trey, you seem to be a very fun person and works, and you seem to have a very understanding with the locker room, but where are they now? The only friend you have is me." And that was it. He left Trey Miguel tied, gagged, and blindfolded on some sort of scaffold and walked away. So I think people should go check on Trey Miguel. He could still be in the studio. So that was pretty interesting. I know Steve Maclin has a military background, so that fit well with his character. But it was a bit intense. I've never been waterboarded. I've heard his torture. Up next, Chris Bay versus Laredo Kid. That was an absolutely mind-blowing match. I was very impressed with it. Laredo Kid is far times better in this run in Impact than he did, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. I think he came in with that not Brutus guy. I forgot who he came in with, but Laredo Kid was on Explosion a few times, and he never really got that opportunity. And then he went to AAA, worked his craft, owned his skill, and now he's back on Impact Wrestling, and he's having a hell of a run. I am very impressed with Laredo Kid. He took it all to Chris Bay. It felt like it was an equal match. But it was a great match. But at the end of the day, Chris Bay comes out with the victory with a cutter out of nowhere, and I thought that was great. We cut to a little short video from Final Battle. Those who saw Ring of Honor Final Battle on, I want to say, was it Sunday or Saturday? I don't know. But those who saw Final Battle, after Roxy put on a hell of a match. Oh, hey, Terrence. Hey, Jared. Thanks for joining. Thanks for finally tuning into my stream. So we cut to a little short video from Ring of Honor Final Battle, and I didn't see Ring of Honor Final Battle because I couldn't actually afford it. I had my Christmas shopping to do. I had my birthday celebrations to do, so I couldn't really afford it. Anyways, after Roxy put on a hell of a match with Miranda Elise, I believe it was, and I'm trying to think. After the match, Roxy was celebrating in the ring, and then Deonna Purrazzo's music hits. And it wasn't her Ring of Honor music. It wasn't her independent music. It was Impact Wrestling's theme music for her. So it was definitely an Impact setup. She came down to the ring, and she told her, "Last time I was in Ring of Honor, I didn't get the opportunity to win the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. And I heard you're a fighting champion, and you'll take all challengers. So what I suggest is after I beat Mickie James at Hard to Kill, I'll put my Knockouts Championship on the line, and it will be a winner take all." And there was absolutely zero hesitation. As soon as she said winner take all, Roxy handed out her hand. There was no thinking. There was no hesitation. Like, let's go. And I thought that was really awesome of Roxy. And then we found out earlier on BTI, like I said again, that the match will happen in an Impact ring. When, where, and how it will take place in an Impact ring, which probably means Roxy, after her Ring of Honor thing, is probably going to join the Knockouts division, which is pretty fun. Then we cut back to another Deonna Purrazzo segment. She's signing autographs with Matthew Rehwoldt in the entranceway of what's the club's name? in Vegas. She's signing autographs. Mickie James comes and she's like, and Deanna's like, look who finally showed up. I guess when you're the champion, you can be late as you want. And Mickie James knocked off and laughed, like, go back to your signatures. Go back to signing your autographs. And basically, Deanna didn't take that very well, so Mickie James walked back through the entranceway. I don't know what it was. I'm pretty sure it was the bathroom, so it was kind of odd. It was kind of odd seeing the bathroom. I don't remember. It looked like a bathroom. And then the camera was focusing on Mickie James walking in, so I knew something was about to happen. Then Deonna Purrazzo blindsides Mickie and attacks her in the bathroom. Security guards show up and try to pull them off. Matthew Raywalt antagonizes Mickie James. I don't know why he insists on being this Deonna protector. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It feels like I don't think Deonna needs that. But I guess it works because of the homecoming queen, the drama king. I don't know. So basically, he antagonizes Mickie James and saying, "You can't touch Deonna. You can't do this. You won't stand a chance." And while they're fighting and brawling, the security guards are trying to rip them off each other. And then after that, we cut to the scene in an office where there were 3 segments involved in this Deonna Purrazzo Mickie thing. We go to the office, and Scott D'Amore says, "I've had enough. You are trying my patience. I am reinstating the no contact clause." And this time he points directly at Matthew and says, "If you get anything involved, anytime involved, you are exclusively fired." And then Gail Kim's like, "Well, but now we need something to make sure this never happens again and to finally put this to rest." So in Texas, we're having a Texas death match, and they seemed very satisfied by that. So it was pretty great. I love stipulation matches. In my personal opinion, I was hoping for a last knockout standing because last time Gail Kim and Taryn Terrell teared it apart. And it was really fun, and I wanted to see that with Deonna and Mickie. So, but Texas Deathmatch is fine too. I'll read all the comments after because they're flooding in. Up next, Dashwood accompanied to the ring with Caleb and Madison Rain. My voice is going haywire. Versus Jessica McKay accompanied to the ring with Cassie Lee. I don't really know how to call this one. It was a fun match regardless. But there was a lot of mind games playing with the inspiration and the influence. So we're obviously seeing them at Hard to Kill for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships, which I think is going to be fun. Another fun match, but it ended in chaos. But anyway, Caleb helped Tenille score the victory. Okay, now to the contract signing. This was intense. What an intense contract signing. First, Morrissey said his piece and dipped. He was the first one brought out. He basically said, "I didn't come here to make friends. I didn't come here to play games. I came here to win the Impact World Championship." He took the contract from Matt Cardona, innocently signed it, and then dipped the fuck off. He's like, "I'm done." Walks out of the ring and walks to the back. I don't know why. I feel like he will have the less likely impact in this main event match because he feels like he's out of focus in the storyline. It's mostly Moose and Matt Cardona. So I thought that was pretty interesting for a contract signing. So then it was between Matt and Moose. They had a few words. He called Chelsea Green a whore, which I didn't like. He didn't like either, so he instantly attacked Moose. But Moose quickly overpowered him and slammed him through the table. He was left lying there. Chelsea Green was like, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?" And she was basically bullied by Moose. Matt was on the mat. Moose put a chair around, I want to say, a chair noose around Matt's neck. And Chelsea was pleading and begging Moose not to do it while they're fighting over tug-of-war over a chair. So Moose finally, with one last pull, pulls it, lightly shoves Chelsea into the turnbuckle. This time, Cardona recovers, grabs his own chair, and swings it at Moose, and Moose ducks, and it hits Chelsea in the head. Bad luck to be Chelsea. After that, Matt Cardona is left with an unconscious Chelsea, and they're calling for the doctors, and Scott D'Amore says, get the doctors out of here. So I don't know how this is planning, but I think, in my personal opinion and what I've seen, I think Chelsea is being written off as an injury because Taya Valkyrie is a free agent and she could show up at Hard to Kill. But right now there's already 6 contestants in the Knockouts Ultimate X match. Now the reason I say this, I know it happened on Thursday, but it happened 3 weeks ago. But there was also a scene at GCW last night. Well, again, Chelsea Green was hit in the head with a title. So, I don't know. But I hope Chelsea Green isn't taking out the match, and it's going to be a great match, and I'm excited for Hard to Kill. That being said, what a hell of an impact. I'm sorry I missed it on Thursday night. That was a great match. And apparently it had the lowest rating, and I'm just going to say this first and off. Fuck the ratings. And in my personal opinion, the reason why it was low, people dipped and went to see Spider-Man. And people are probably dropping the Access TV channel because it is a package deal with cable. It is not a free channel like Basic, so you're paying almost an extra $40 to have it. So people are dropping Access TV and going straight to YouTube. That's the only explanation of why it's dropping, because Impact is putting on banger matches, banger shows, and people are going straight to YouTube. Ratings don't matter at this point, and I'm really getting tired of people bickering over it. Ratings don't matter. They own the channel. They're never going to get canceled. As long as Anthem is happy, as long as Anthem is happy with their investment, Impact is going nowhere. Sure, ratings help increase TV other opportunities, but why leave a safe channel and risk being canceled? They should never leave Access TV. If they wanted to, they should reach out to other networks and put on a second show and do a trial base and see if there's actually people going to watch. That's what I would do. But anyways, that's enough of me ranting. Tonight is Throwback Throwdown. IPWF makes a comeback. It has some returning characters, and it's going to be interesting to see how the new roster members fit into the IPWF. There's already been a few things I've seen on Twitter. Apparently, Sex Ferguson is going to make his Impact IPW debut. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers are going to do their Pabst Blue Ribbon gimmick where they have squirt guns and stuff. So that's going to be fun. So it's going to be a fun show, and I'm really excited for it. And I hope you all look forward to watching it as well. Now, another thing, next week, I believe, are the Best of Impact series. And I think there's 2 weeks, so I don't think I will be doing a review unless they drop the best of titles and awards, then I might do a review. Other than that, I might just enjoy with a hot cup of cocoa and watch. Now to read the comments. Thory F. Lair, FOY.FYI. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. Jared Woods. Hi, Cody. Happy late birthday. Thank you. Nixon Newell should show up at Impact Wrestling. I think she will, but I don't think it's on her radar. That list had more AEW women than it did Impact. Steve Maclin kidnapped Trey Miguel. Yep. Steve Maclin gonna torture Trey Miguel. I don't know. He might. Terrence, respect for your Impact Wrestling loyalty. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Your analysis is always appreciated. Thanks, Terrence. Kainos Kafile Kafalai. I'm gonna call you kind of pretty cool name. Hi, hello. Jared Woods, Vincent should show up in it. I want the Horror King in Impact Wrestling. That sounds like a great fit for him. Jonathan Gresham versus Bryan Danielson, probably gonna happen on AEW. Datila, hi, hey. Jared Jonah versus Moose for Impact World. Nah, that's not happening. Matthew, some sort of un-Englified name, Voy, FYI. Oh yeah, I forgot. Masha had a intro themed thing. I don't know what to call it, but basically it said coming soon, and I think she's being broadcasted as the Mad Russian, which is pretty cool. Masha and Mercedes should team up, maybe. Sami Callihan versus Morrissey in a no rules match, possibly. Moose is gonna pay how much? Moose versus Sami Callihan in a no rules match for Impact World Championship when Sami Callihan returns from injury. Maybe Alicia Edwards or Taya Valkyrie will replace Chelsea Green at Hard to Kill, possibly. Malachi Black and Brody King should win AEW World Championship, possibly. Steve Maclin versus Trey Miguel for Impact X Division Championship at Hard to Kill. All right. Oh, right. Jimmy Rave. He unfortunately passed this weekend, last weekend. He passed. I didn't know him very well. I knew him only from his short stint in TNA. Hell of a talent, hell of a great guy. He had some substances addictions that kind of destroyed his life, but he felt like he was in a recovering process because I heard he was doing things with other talent, helping them, producing them, creating, and again, I don't know much about his history and how he came to this conclusion. There is no report of how he went. But again, we lost a very talented wrestler in the wrestling industry, and we wish his family and his friends the best. Davey Richards should return to Impact Wrestling, reunite with Eddie Edwards. Sounds like fun. Matt Cardona is going to get revenge on Moose. Yeah, that's most likely going to happen. Alright guys, I am going to cut this video. It's been almost 30 minutes, and I will talk to you guys. I have no idea. I might do a review tonight, but I don't know. Have a very good Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy holidays, Merry anything you believe. I'm not a holiday person myself. I think they're kind of, I wouldn't say cliche, but corporate. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching, and look forward to my next video. Have a fun Throwback Throwdown. Oh, thank you, Terrence. I had a great birthday. And I really appreciated all the wishes and all the birthday tweets. It really made my existence matter, and I'm very happy for it. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitter at MiseryEater101. That's a 0, not an O. That's share, retweet, subscribe. I have a few interesting projects coming up that I might do in the new year. Trying to boost my channel in some way. And I will talk to you guys on Twitter and let you know when my next video is. Alright, thank you, and enjoy the show today. Merry Christmas to you too, Jared. Bye!